Good morning, everyone. Again, our warm wishes in this quarantine, in this lockdown period. And I am here in front of you, and again, we are reading the Book of Secrets today. In Hindi, it is called as Vigyan Bhairav Tantra, and there are two editions, the first and the second. And if you take the print copy, it is in the name of the Book of Secrets, and this name is given by Osho, which he has translated. So let me read few lines about this book so that you have an idea what I am reading. In this Book of Secrets, it is a conversation between Sati and Shiva, and Shiva has given sutras which you can follow to enter into meditation. Now these sutras of Shiva are the oldest, most ancient techniques, but you can call them the latest also because nothing can be added to them. Trust me friends, even I have tried reading n number of people, n number of spiritual leaders out there, and I couldn't get anything which is not present in Vigyan Bhairav Tantra. Okay, every technique which the modern age spiritual teachers are also bringing is present in this already, and this has been in India since 5,000 years. Now I say you can call this sutras as latest also because nothing can be added to them. They have taken in all the possibilities, all the ways of cleansing the mind. So these techniques clean your mind, transcend the mind. Not a single method could be added to Shiva's 112 method. Trust me friends, it's true. It is the most ancient and yet the latest, yet the newest. Old like old hills, the methods seem eternal, and they are new like a dewdrop before the sun because they are also fresh. So don't feel that these sutras were given 5,000 years ago, so they are not going to fit in the present time. Trust me, they are going to fit in the present time, and whatever you are undergoing path or whatever your journey is, if you stick to one sutra and practice your sadhana with the same, it is going to make you reach towards your own goal, your own inner being. So how this sutras, this conversation started? It is, "O Shiva, what is your reality?" Devi asked. "What is the wonder-filled universe? What constitutes seed? Who centers the universal wheel? What is the life beyond from pervading forms? How many we enter it fully, above space and time, names and descriptions? Let my doubts be cleared." And when a wife asks anything, husband needs to answer. And then Shiva gave Sati, or I should say Devi, 112 ways so that she can also attain and can come up to his level. Now friends, please be remember, don't be in chazo. I am reading all these sutras in front of you because I want people to know that this is the reference book which every spiritual leader, whomsoever is there in the world, are using it. Technique, and if you feel like it has worked that day, stick to that. You don't have to change it every day. When yesterday I talked about the second technique, so if you feel like you were able to reach the second technique, stick to it. Don't combine the first and the second one. Now if today I am talking to you about the third breathing technique, again don't mix match with the second technique which I taught you yesterday or with the first technique which I taught to you day before. And then though I am using this word taught or I am teaching, this is a misconception. I am not teaching you, I am just reading it. Your learning happens when you do it. Learning never happens. A teacher is not at all required. The door is there and you need to enter by yourself. No one can push you. So friends, I am just the bridge bringing you these techniques. You need to select your own, and it is like you need to follow the technique. If you really feel yes, this is made for me, so follow it for 3 days continuously with sincerity, and then keep on doing sadhana or using it. Now today is the third technique. It is also a beautiful technique, and again it is the breathing technique. The third breathing technique is watch the fusion point of two breaths. Whenever in breath and out breath fuse, at this instant touch, the energy-less, energy-filled center is what you have to. So this sutra is saying when you breathe in and when you breathe out, so there is a fusion. Okay. Now don't recall the technique you have learned with me yesterday. Okay. You need to take this technique as again a new one. Okay. So maybe the technique which was first may be difficult for you. Maybe yesterday what you have learned can be difficult. What I am teaching you today can be a sutra which you can follow further. So this sutra says when you breathe in, so this is a breath which goes in, and then there is a breath which comes out, and at one point there is a fusion. So when this fusion happens, again it moves up, it goes out, again it comes in, and then it fuses somewhere. It fuses. You don't know what this fusion is, where this fusion is. You need to just observe and reach this fusion point. So the breath comes in, the breath goes out. The breath comes in, the breath goes out. So the breath comes in and this is moving out. And then it is again moving in and moving out. And again moving in and again moving out. So when the fusion happens, you need to observe this fusion, where this fusion is taking place. Now this fusion is going to be your aim, your goal to be observed. So let me read few sentences from this sutra or from this book. Pradeep ji, I am going to WhatsApp you the Vigyan Bhairav Tantra. So whomsoever leaves the mobile number, I am taking it that you want the copy of this book and I am going to WhatsApp it. So just leave your WhatsApp numbers here. Now let me read few lines from the book. We are divided into the center and the periphery. The body is the periphery. We know the body. We know the periphery. We know the circumference, but we do not know where the center is. When the out breath fuses with the in breath, when they become one, when you cannot say whether it is the out breath or the in breath, when it is difficult to define whether the breath is going out or coming in, when the breath has penetrated in the stars moving out, there is a moment of fusion, and it is neither going out nor moving in. The breath is static. When it is moving out, it is dynamic. When it is coming in, it is dynamic. When it is neither, when it is silent nor moving, you are near to the center. The fusion point of the in and outgoing breath is your center. So again, this is a very simple breathing. You just have to observe your breath coming in and going out, and coming in and going out, and somewhere or the other it dissolves. So there is no out breath, no in breath. It has fused in itself. And this is the point which you need to search for. And I can't help you do this. No one can help you do this. This is your observation. You need to do it. There are a few more beautiful lines from the book and I am reading it. Everyone must have felt at some time or other that there are moments when he suddenly changes from minimum level to maximum. You go out to a hill station, suddenly you are out of the city and the prison of it. You feel free. The sky is vast, the forest is green, and the height touches the clouds. Suddenly you take a deep breath You may not have observed it. I hope you must have felt it. Okay, so Mahima Bhabhi is asking what is the difference between fusion and gap. So fusion and gap is wherever you feel or where you observe is the fusion point. Where you dissolve is the fusion point. So I'm not giving you two terms. I just say it is coming in and going out. It is coming in and going out. So when something moves like that, so I'm not talking about this gap when it is away. I'm talking about when it is together. So when they touch each other, it can be at any time. Okay, so when they touch each other, you don't know when it is taking that turn. So when it takes a turn, it fuses, and I want you to concentrate on this fusion. So again, I am not asking you to do it. The sutra is asking you to do it, and if you do it, you may realize in the same at the same moment. Now, I hope you all must have gone to a hill station and you must have lived that aha moment, watching those hills and clouds, and you breathe deep and you're so happy, and you know something happens, something touches the center, you become total for a moment, and you find everything blissful. So that bliss is not coming from the hill station. It is not that you have gone to the hill station and those mountains and the forest is giving you that bliss. No, it is not that manner. This bliss is coming from your own center. Hello Chetan. This is not coming from outside, but at that moment suddenly you touch your core, you touch your own center. Friends, here we have this Chetan Pandharkar with us, and he's also into deep meditation and he's an NLP trainer. So I'm happy that he's watching me here, and he's one of the person I appreciate and would like to meditate together. Okay, so hi Chetan, thank you for being here and watching it. So let me again talk about it. You were afraid in the city. Everywhere there were other present and you were controlling. Every time when we are working, we are surrounded with our duties and responsibilities, so we are not connected with our inner being. And then you could not scream, you could not laugh the way we want to laugh, or the way we want to talk, the way I would like to express. It is not possible when I am there in city, and I have all those people around me whom I have to oblige, so I cannot be myself 100% free. And then you cannot sing on streets and you cannot dance because we have our ethos and etiquettes and whatever, all those chains we are following. So someone was just around the corner and you could not just dance, and you have this someone is watching, and then you feel you are not free. And what happens when you go to mountain and you go to hill station, and then you feel free, and then you are only about yourself. And when we are about ourselves, what happens? We breathe in deep and then we touch our center. And this is the time when we meet ourselves, friends. And this is the fusion point which you have to search when you are following this technique. And then there is an anecdote about Russell. I'll just read it out. I love civilization, but we have achieved civilization at a very great cost. You cannot dance in streets, but you go to the hill station and suddenly you can dance. You are alone with the sky, and the sky is not an imprisonment. It is just opening, opening and opening, vast, infinite. Suddenly you take a breath deeply. It touches the center and the bliss. It is not so for long. Within an hour or two, the hill station will disappear, friends. Okay, so don't keep a doubt that I am asking you all, as soon as this quarantine goes off, you go to hill station and breathe deep and you will touch your center. No, I don't mean to say that. Okay, nor even the sutra says it. You just need to remember that after some time, when we reach hill station also, it disappears. We come back to our shosha and our artificialness. Okay, suddenly you take a deep breath, it touches, and this is not stable for long. Your worries come back. You begin to think. You make a call. You are on WhatsApp. You are calling. You are doing your work. And again you are stuck with that chazos. And then you have just reached and you are making arrangements to leave back. And that breath was not from you really. It suddenly happened. Because of the change of situation, the gear changed. I told you yesterday about the gear. Hope you all remember. Because of the change of the situation, you changed the gear. You were in a new situation. You could not breathe in the old way. So for a moment, a new breath came in. It touched the center and you felt the bliss. And then when you came back from the mountain or the hill station, you're sharing with friends that I felt so good for some time. And even you should visit. And then you're talking about the hill station, how you felt there. But friends, it is the same way. If you keep on touching your core center, you can do it now, at home, with me just now. You don't have to reach out to any Malaysian mountains or any temple out there, any monastery, any privileged. I don't means I'm not giving you suggestion not to visit any of these. If you would like to, it's all okay. But this sutra says that you can reach your center sitting at the same place where you are. You don't have to migrate or you don't have to go or walk to reach up to your own center. You just have to notice your own breathing, notice this fusion, and this can happen. Now this was the third technique which I have covered today, and I am not going to take up the next technique, and I request you all to follow this technique. And I am just reading you the last paragraph of this sutra. This is fuel energy. The center is not getting any fuel energy. That is why Shiva says it is energyless. It is not dependent on your eating and drinking. It is connected. It is cosmic energy. That is why he says energyless, energy feel center. The moment you can feel the center from where breath goes out or comes in, the very point where the breath fuses, that center, if you become aware of it, then enlightenment. So friend, enlightenment is just in the corner where you are sitting, where I am sitting. Enlightenment is for all of us. It is not a cup of tea only for people who run away from their responsibilities, leaving their families behind or having no families. It is in the same corner of the room you are sitting. So just try to meditate and be present with your own self. And see, this is the blissful time, the quarantine, the lockdown time. You can sit and just put your mobile on that airplane mode. No one says that you cannot switch on the airplane mode when you are at home. It is compulsory to switch when you are in aeroplane. There is no return thing. You can just put it on airplane mode and observe your breath. So it was lovely having you all here. I again repeat, if you want a copy of the Book of Secrets, please leave your number. I'll send you the copy on WhatsApp, the PDF of it. And this is the reference manual for each and every spiritual leader who is working all over the world. There is nothing which is not present in this book. So friends, I'm reading it, but I request you all also to read it by yourself. So thank you for hearing me. See you tomorrow. Till then, bye. Take care.